Hi, Macy. I understand that you're envious of me. I'm getting married and you're not.
Huh? Veronica, what are you saying all of a sudden? I'm happy for you, but I'm not envious of you at all.
You're lying. Just because you're not married yet doesn't mean you have to be so resentful towards me. Don't you know? I heard from Mom. She told me how you were worried for me and was judging the person I'm getting married to. There's absolutely no need to be concerned about us, though. I know what you're trying to do. You just don't want to see me getting married. You're just saying these things out of jealousy. You're so spiteful.
No, actually, I didn't say those things out of hatred. I think this is a misunderstanding, Veronica. It's just that I heard your husband was unemployed, even though he's in his 30s. It made me a bit worried. I wanted to make sure you were okay with marrying him. After all, you deserve someone that can support you financially.
Why do you even care? You always give me unsolicited advice, and it's so annoying. Who I choose to marry is none of your concern, so mind your business. I don't need your help. To me, the man I'm marrying is the best person I could ask for, so stop getting involved with this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you would get so angry with me. It wasn't my intention to stick my nose in your business at all. I don't want to be a bother. I was genuinely worried for you. I care about who you're going to be married to because I want the best for you. You're my sister, Veronica.
You irritate me so much. Ever since we were little, you've always thought that you know what's best for me. Why don't you let me decide what I want for once? You know what you are, Macy? You're a pretentious and sanctimonious goody two-shoes sister. You need to leave me alone sometimes. I've always hated your smug attitude. You're so patronizing.
I didn't think you would get this furious at me. I'm sorry, Veronica. I didn't mean to offend you.
Oh, sure. Why don't you just admit that you think you're better than me? And that's why you're so envious of me. When your older sister who's inferior than you gets engaged, you pretend you're worried for me. You act like you're so kind-hearted when you really just want to stop my wedding. Just be honest and spit it out already. You can't fool me, Macy.
No, I'm not thinking about any of that. I don't have any bad intentions for you. This is all a misunderstanding, Veronica. If you love your husband enough that you're defending him this much, then good for you. I can tell you care about him a lot. I apologize for meddling in your business. You're right. It's your choice to marry whoever you want to.
We're not done here. You made me very angry, Macy. I'm going to have to give you a generous cash gift on the day of our wedding as compensation for what you've done.
Huh? Why are we talking about cash gifts all of a sudden?
You know why? You've already mentioned that my husband is unemployed, and that's true. That's why we need cash gifts from our family members to make up for it. You better bring plenty of cash, got it? You're my sister, so you need to be able to support us.
Did your husband make you say that?
What? What are you talking about? Quit getting off topic.
If he's telling you to make all your family members pay generous cash gifts, I'm worried about this guy even more now. I know you chose him, and that's okay, but something is off about him. I think you should think this marriage over.
Here we go again. You're never going to stop annoying me, are you now? Macy, here's all I'm asking you to do. Bring your gift money, come to the wedding venue, and sit through the ceremony. It's not so hard, is it?
Okay, I got it, Veronica. I'll do as you say. Well, text me as soon as you've decided the wedding date, okay? I'm really excited to see you in your wedding dress. My big sister is already getting married. I can't believe it. Good luck on your wedding day. I'm wishing you the best.
Listen, Macy. You better quit messing around with me. You really want to interfere with our marriage, don't you?
Excuse me? Who are you? How do you know my name? I don't recognize you. Are you mistaking me for somebody else?
I'm not. You're Veronica's younger sister, Macy, right? I'm Veronica's husband. Don't you recognize my name? It's Wade.
Oh, you're my sister's husband. It's very nice to meet you. We haven't had a chance to talk yet, so I'm glad to be speaking with you. I haven't heard your name yet, so I don't recognize you. I apologize for that. Is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Blackwell?
I told you already. Quit messing around with me. You've crossed the line by insulting me. Veronica told me you belittled me for my unemployment when you were talking with her. I can't believe you had the nerve to do that.
Belittle you? What? I never said anything degrading about you. You must be getting something wrong.
Listen, you brat. You know who my family is? If you see just how dangerous they are, I guarantee you won't stop shuddering out of fear.
What are you trying to say here?
I doubt a girl like you would understand how much danger you're in when you mess with me, even if I try and explain it to you. Like Veronica said, you're a pretentious, holier-than-thou brat, aren't you? Macy, if you continue to mess up our relationship even just a little bit, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. This is your last warning.
Slow down, Mr. Blackwell. Are you threatening me right now? Why am I being threatened by you? I haven't done or even said anything wrong.
I'll tell you why. Every one of Veronica's enemies are also mine. And the people I consider my enemies, well, let's just say I don't have any mercy for them.
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. I've never belittled you. More importantly, I want to celebrate my sister's wedding to the fullest. I feel so much happiness for her right now. But at the same time, I'm worried for her. I've heard my family talk about you, and I began to think Veronica deserves better. With our current conversation, I have every right to be worried. You seem to have more than a few problems. In the end, I have no right to stop your wedding, so all I'm asking is for you to make my sister happy. Please.
I want to marry your sister, but I hate to be your in-law. It must be torturous. I don't want to talk to you in the long run. Just bring the money to our wedding, okay? If you do that, just leave me alone. You're a waste of my time. I don't know how you managed to berate me in front of Veronica and also hurt her at the same time. I'll never forgive you for that. You should feel guilty for what you've done to us. I can't believe you're going to be my sister-in-law. This is dreadful. That's why you better pay up. The only way you can make up for your actions. You've done some awful things.
Wow, you're seriously all about money, aren't you? I'm seriously worried about Veronica marrying you. I don't care what you say to me, but please, at least ensure that my sister is happy. Do you understand? It's your responsibility to do so. Thank you for taking the time to reach out to me. Goodbye for now.
Macy, I warned you. Why are you still messing around with me?
Huh? What do you mean?
Quit playing dumb. The wedding ceremony takes place today. Veronica and I are getting wed and you're not here. You promised you would give us our cash gift.
What? It's your wedding today.
Yes, it is. I swear, if you tell me you forgot that our wedding was today, I'm going to be even angrier. You're Veronica's sister. You're acting so bratty. You idiot. I'll never forgive you. I can't believe you're not showing up on our wedding day. Only a scumbag would do something like that.
How could I have canceled last minute if I wasn't even aware that the wedding was today?
Do you not know that I have family members that are part of the most dangerous gang in town? Do you know what they're capable of?
Huh? Now you're talking about gangsters? These things keep coming up out of nowhere.
I can't forgive you for this. You messed up big time. You brat. You really had the nerve to cancel on our wedding ceremony? My relatives are gangsters that would do anything I asked them to do, Macy. You're as good as dead right now.
Listen, I'm checking my mail again right now. The only invitation we got recently is one for a funeral.
What? What does an invitation for a funeral have to do with anything?
A wedding? What have you been talking about this entire time? There's a funeral invitation in my mail, not one for a wedding. All this week, I thought you died so abruptly. I guess that isn't the case. I mean, I wasn't really sure if it was you or your relative that passed away. The point is, everyone is already gathered at the funeral hall right now. We expected a funeral, but the coordinators are telling us that there isn't a reservation one. So, what's going on here? We're just as confused as you are. We should be the ones asking questions, not you. You were in charge of organizing your wedding. I'm sure you've messed something up without realizing it.
What's going on? A funeral hall? Huh? Why are all the guests at the funeral hall?
I'm telling you, I don't know either. All I know was that an invitation to a funeral was sent to me recently. I have to ask, how did you send your invitations? Did you hire a coordinator to do it?
Of course! I paid the cheapest coordinator I could find and trusted him with everything. There's no way I was going to waste my time or money on invitations.
Wait, so you didn't check what was in those invitations? At all?
No, I didn't. I figured there wasn't a need to do so. My cousin told me he always chooses that coordinator to do everything for him. I thought everything would turn out alright.
I guess there isn't a funeral after all. This is all starting to make sense now. I'm going to tell my family about this, all right? Then we'll head out of this funeral hall. Talk to you later.
Huh? Don't leave. Just wait a second. What's going to happen to the wedding? We already have everything prepared. The chairs, the altar, everything. It's just that the guests aren't here yet. Not a single one.
I can see why that happened. If there wasn't a wedding invitation in my mail, then there must have been the case for every other guest. They probably all got the same funeral invitation too. That means every guest saw the wrong invitation and came here to the funeral hall. It wasn't possible for us to know about when and where your wedding is taking place.
I can't believe this. What's going on? I don't understand how this happened. Our wedding was supposed to be today, and there were supposed to be so many guests with cash gifts.
There's no point in telling me this. This all happened because of you. You should have been more careful during the planning process. As for what you could do now, maybe you should check with your coordinator in charge of the invitations to see what went wrong.
That's a good idea. I'm going to check in with him immediately.
I hope you try your best to fix this. All of the guests here are going to pack their things and leave soon. Best of luck and goodbye.
No, we're not done here yet. Macy, you better take responsibility for this and guide the guests to our wedding venue. Or else.
What? Why is that my responsibility? You were the one who caused this problem.
I checked with the coordinator. It looks like my cousin thought I was having a funeral instead of a wedding. So, he asked for invitations for a funeral instead. You got the funeral invitations about a week before today, right? Then you should have messaged me and let me know something was wrong. If you'd done so, then this wouldn't be happening in the first place. It's your fault.
Ugh. How hard do you have to try to blame everything on me? This is some nonsense. The lengths you go to avoid owning up to your mistakes are crazy. I have nothing to do with this, so leave me alone. Also, you said you have gang members in your family? That's not even a good threat. If you really do have gangsters as relatives, then wouldn't they go after you for this mistake? You sent that invitation to everyone, including your family, right? Then they must be pissed that you wasted their time with a funeral. Why do you think you can frame me for your mistakes? No matter how you look at it, you're the one who caused all of this. What you're trying to do here is crazy. You must be out of your mind.
Fine. I admit that the invitations were my mistake. But this is getting really urgent now. I contacted my family and they said that the wedding venue was too far from the funeral hall. They're going to skip it and go home. Why can't you just bring them to the venue? It's a simple ask. It's my sister-in-law. Can't you do that for me? Think of how this would make Veronica so happy. You're her sister, aren't you? If you love her, then do it for her.
I'm her sister, all right, but that doesn't mean I'll do whatever her husband tells me to do. I don't know why you think that's reasonable. This all happened because of you. You made me more distant with Veronica. After she got angry with me because I mentioned you, we haven't been keeping in touch. That's why I didn't contact any of you when I found the funeral invitation in my mail.
I can't believe you're blaming me for this. If you care about your sister, then hurry up and make the wedding happen. Try to make her happy for once.
I don't know what you're talking about. You spew the same nonsense over and over again. Excuse me, but I'm done with our conversation. I'm just as busy as you are. I don't have time to play your games. Goodbye.
Hey, wait a second. Listen to me. What's going to happen to the wedding guests at the funeral hall? What are you going to do with them?
Quit asking me that. It's none of my concern. Speaking of which, nobody else texted you about the funeral invitations, correct? Just accept the fact that nobody likes you enough to ask about your own funeral. This isn't my fault, so I'm not going to be involved in this any longer. You've already wasted enough of my time. I won't let you waste any more of it. I hope you and Veronica can figure this out together as a couple. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to your wedding. I guess it means no cash gifts for you. So sad. For the last time, goodbye. I wish you and Veronica the best.
I can't believe you set us up for disaster yesterday. It was supposed to be our wedding day. After speaking with Veronica, we came to the conclusion that this situation, it's all your fault, Macy.
I have no idea what you two talked about and what kind of mental gymnastics you had to do to come to that conclusion, but I know it's definitely wrong. After hearing about what happened, even a toddler could see that this was all caused by your bad reputation and carelessness, not to mention your cousin. You hired a coordinator to send invitations without consulting with him, and nobody liked you enough to let you know about the funeral invitations.
No, it's not my fault. All because you didn't care enough to shoot us a text when you got a funeral invitation in the mail. Do you know what's going to happen if you blame this on my family? You're minced meat.
I could say the same thing to you. You've continued to threaten me by mentioning how dangerous your family is. But do you know what's going to happen to you because of that?
What? Try me. Bet you're too scared to threaten me, aren't you? You're a coward that's trying to act tough. It's hilarious. Ugh, whatever. I'm sick of you trying to scare me. Anyway, I need to talk about something more important. You're going to pay the cancellation fees for our wedding. You wouldn't have a problem with that, would you?
What? Why do I have to be the one to pay for it? Let's not get too cocky here, alright? Insulting me won't change my mind at all. In fact, you're going to regret this soon. Wade Blackwell, I don't think you know me. You know my name. You know I'm Veronica's sister, but not anything else. You probably think we haven't met at all, that we're strangers who only message each other online. But you're wrong about that. I've actually met you once, and I know exactly who you are. Mr. Blackwell, you secured a job offer from our company, but I guess you're fine with us revoking that offer, correct? I don't think you remember me, but I work as the head of our HR department at AB Corporation. You know, the company you applied to a while back. Thank you for having an interview with me the other day. I memorized your name on the day of our meeting, Wade Blackwell. I was the one who offered the job to you. I thought you'd be a competent employee, and we were short-staffed anyway. But considering all that's been going on here, I'm afraid we can't hire you anymore. Not with that crooked personality, of course. As a result, I've decided to revoke your job offer. See, you should check your email. I've sent you a proper notice. An official email like that? I sent it from my company email, Mr. Blackwell. This isn't a prank at all. It can't be. Anyhow, feel free to continue threatening me. It's up to you to do so. I'll warn you, though, that if your threats become more severe than they already are, I'm going to have to tell my lawyer about this.
What in the world is going on right now? Is this really true? Veronica's younger sister is the head of the HR department? You?
Maybe if you cared enough to check my name during the interview, you would have noticed beforehand. I can't believe you're this ignorant. I mean, you definitely should have noticed. My name was in all of those emails we exchanged. I'm shocked that you didn't know. Anyway, I know we talked about you joining our company soon, but that's off the table now. Just wanted to let you know.
What? Is this even legal? This isn't fair. I didn't realize you were Veronica's relative. I can't believe that an employee at that company is my sister-in-law. I was supposed to begin my career there. The point is, just because you're not on good terms with Veronica anymore, doesn't mean you can revoke my job offer. No matter how you look at this, it's wrong. Don't you think this is unacceptable?
You're not understanding. You can interpret this however you want to protect your ego, or to try to get your job back. But the reason I'm not hiring you anymore has nothing to do with my relationship with Veronica.
What? Then what's the reason for all of this? Is this because you hate me as a person? If so, that's even worse. You're getting rid of me for personal reasons.
Did you already forget? You threatened me by saying you had gangster family members, that they would harm me if I didn't do what you said.
Huh? Oh, did I really say that? I think you're making a mistake here.
No, Mr. Blackwell. You're the one who's mistaken if you seriously think you can talk your way out of this. I don't know if it was true when you said you have gangsters as relatives. Regardless, you were mentioning these dangerous criminals in your family as if you wanted to boast about them. It's true that you intimidated me by doing this, and you can't deny it. I can't hire a person like you into our company. You don't hesitate to threaten others. Sorry about that. I know you must be bummed right now, but I'm set on this decision. So you should give up on being hired by us. I hope you have better luck with your next job application. If you threaten people and think there's no consequences for it, you're dead wrong. If you really want me to, I can consult the police about this too.
No, just wait and listen to me. Please, just calm down. I'll tell you the truth, okay? I don't have family members who are gangsters or even criminals. But that doesn't mean it's entirely untrue. I have some relatives who are a bit mischievous, so I figured it wouldn't be a complete lie. When I was younger, I grouped up with them, you know? I guess I still have that in me, and I threatened you like I did to the others in the old times. I'm sorry.
Ah, I see. You were a bit cheeky when you were younger, and you hadn't really stopped acting up since then. I appreciate your awareness, but this doesn't change the fact that you're still not going to be hired into our company. It really is unfortunate for you, but you have to accept that it's over.
You're revoking my job offer because I said some jokes in the heat of that moment? I was just playing around. You're seriously trying to ruin my future because you have a personal grudge against me? This is unacceptable.
Mr. Blackwell, how many times do I have to tell you this? I'm not revoking your job because of a grudge. It's because I can't hire someone like you who intimidates and insults people. Your attitude is horrible. And that's all I'm saying here. So you better not tell me one more time that this is all because of a grudge against you.
If you go through with this decision, I'm going to take revenge on you. You'll regret everything you did to me when I hurt you back.
Fine, we're doing this again. I guess you really want me to consult the police, don't you?
What? The police? Why are you bringing them up again?
Were you seriously not listening to anything that I've said to you? What you're doing here is coercion using threats of violence. This is a crime. I think it's not difficult to imagine what'll happen when I go to the cops about this. I'll show them the proof of everything you said to me.
Macy, please. Just let me off the hook this one time. I'm Veronica's husband, remember? Can you please have some mercy on me? I've been unemployed for most of my life. The reason I want to start working again is because of Veronica. I did this for her. You really revoke my job offer? I won't be able to support Veronica. Please, just do this for your sister. I'm the man that's supposed to make her happy. Do you really want to prevent that?
You're wrong. Veronica doesn't seem happy with you at all. I know her better than you do. Even if you're her husband, I'm not going to side with you. Even if Veronica isn't too fond of me right now, she's one of the most important people in my life. She's my sister. I'm not going to agree with her marrying a pathetic man like you, and rightfully so. Just look back on what you've done so far. You made a grave mistake on your wedding day and had the audacity to blame me for it. You really can't learn from your mistakes, can you? A person as ignorant and selfish as you are doesn't have a future ahead of them. You've accomplished nothing so far, so why should I expect any more from you? At the very least, I won't be hiring you into our company. Ultimately, I hope to never talk to you again.
No, but wait! Please just give me this one chance. I worked so hard to finally get hired into a company. Plus, I was just joking when I said those things to you.
If you say one more word to me, I'm going to the police and telling them everything you've said to me.
I'm sorry, but at least let me say...
No buts. Are you even listening to me right now? I'm telling you to shut your mouth. Do me a favor and recognize how much of a scumbag you are. Never reach out to me again, do you understand me? If you ever show your face to our family, I'm going to report you. Do you realize how much turmoil you've caused for Veronica too? Feel some remorse for all that you've done, you jerk. Anyhow, I wish you luck with your job hunting. Maybe you should start with fixing every aspect of your rotten character.
Macy, I heard from Mom that you were wishing the best for me, and that's why you were worried about Wade. After all those terrible things I've told you, I can't believe you would do that to me. Thank you so much, Macy. I guess I didn't realize how much you really cared about me. I'm so sorry.
Veronica, how did you not notice how much I care about you?
What do you mean, how?
I've always cared so much about you since we were little. Of course I'm going to help you when things are going wrong. Something was off about your husband. I didn't want you to be stuck with somebody who makes you unhappy.
Macy, do you really mean this? Thank you.
I know you don't like me sometimes. I know you think I'm a pain to be around. But how you feel about me isn't too important. You're my precious sister, and that's all that matters. If something were to happen to you again in the future, I'll do anything I can to help you again. You can depend on me anytime.
Macy, I'm so sorry for everything I've done to you, truly. You didn't deserve to be treated like that. You'll always be a precious sister to me, too.
Of course it's okay. I'm just relieved that you divorced that man. He really made me worried for you. I hope your future husband can make you truly happy.
Thanks, Macy. Ever since the divorce, I found a new job and reconciled with Mom and Dad. I'm glad I was able to patch things up with you, too. I'm embarrassed myself by choosing Wade to be my husband, but I learned a lot from it. I learned that I need to be a person that makes myself proud. Most importantly, a person that makes you proud, Macy. I'm going to work day by day to get my life back on track. Wish me luck.
I never thought you were an embarrassment, Veronica, and I never will. I'm proud of being your little sister, so don't worry one bit.
I'm so sorry for everything you have, Macy. I don't know how to make it up to you. After what happened, I finally realized that the most important thing in life is our family's bond, especially my bond with you. You're the best sister I could ask for.
That means a lot to me, thanks. I hope we can go out together sometimes and chat in person from now on. I'm looking forward to us meeting again. I'll text you again, okay? Thank you so much for understanding that I care about you a lot. See you. Veronica and I reconciled our relationship, and now we're closer than ever. We go out frequently and spend a lot of time together. I'm so grateful to have her as a sister. My boyfriend introduced her to another man, and so she was finally able to begin dating someone that's right for her. Veronica seems to be much more joyful now. I've heard she's doing well at her new job, too. Meanwhile, rumor has it that Wade didn't learn from his mistakes. He kept up his act of threatening people to get what he wants. As a result, he messed around with the wrong group and was chased down by some gang members. They're still looking for him to this day. To try to avoid being harmed by them, he ran away without a trace. Nobody knows where he went. Although we were in-laws for a very short amount of time, I was relieved to cut off ties with him as soon as possible. I couldn't imagine how much he could damage our family if Veronica didn't divorce him. Because of this, it gives me peace of mind that my sister is doing well. I'm very glad that things turned out for her for the better. I hope the both of us can continue to put our family first and support each other a lot.